there's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But I'm sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
Huh?
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster!
Maybe she's totally right about that, but doesn't still bother me. But she said I need to get some more details about this. Alright.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone!
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking!
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need? Give it up. You killed her.
Nope, she's not. Okay, I have to just focus on remembering Chihiro's body. I must have the answer. That should be proof that what he said isn't quite right.
But I didn't kill anyone!
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking!
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches
No, it's wrong!
Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that.
Yep, me either.
I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you! I murder with passion and conviction.
And very much conviction, if you want my opinion.
I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee.
What the hell you said? What the hell you said, Jill?
This is no creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense.
Yeah, thanks, Magalo.
There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
There's one clear difference between the murders. In the photos from the other Genocide Jack cases, look at the neck and stomach. Here you will see a clear difference. the victim father injury.
I got it! For one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors. But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right! In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce!
I'm not getting why she get this kind of compensation. But alright.
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
I don't think she will, Hero.
So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
Why some voices are so low? Wait a second. That's right. The second difference is related to how she was suspended. In the photos of the other Genocide Jack cases, all the victims were stabbed to show their hands. Here you see a clear difference. The difference is why used to suspend her.
I got it! Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her? They'd use some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them. Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement! Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else? Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Yes, she's referring to you.
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case. There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
Pattern?
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Let's see. There was apparently as ringing the Genocide Jack victims, and Chihiro didn't fit. If you look at the names of every victim that you have noticed, I think I figured out. I know why she couldn't have killed Chihiro. Yes, because every victim on their first cases are all boys, but Chihiro's is a girl.
I got it! Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money!
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
Yep, this is all male names. So it's obvious the other victims are boys.
They were all guys?
Yep.
That's right! The people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men! I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
What the hell, Jill?
The hell is wrong with you?
A lot of things.
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just hates it. But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
I love how Saga said adorable little man. I don't know why, but I like it.
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely, when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Lowly? Cur?
So bad that here the insult is different, because in the anime, Jill said ass face on his face. In fact, Byakuya was like, how dare you call me ass face? But this is alright anyway.
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect!
Well, that's true. She could kill in a different way if it was her. Otherwise, she will be find out it was her. So it's making no sense.
That does make some amount of sense.
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class, envy of the entire world scissors!
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that? Da-da-da-da-da!
There comes another cool picture.
She's fully equipped!
That's right! So I can kill anywhere, anytime! Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong! You can't, can you, gutter dogs, all of you! Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's totally out of the question anyway!
I have no idea what's going on anymore! Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
But yes, like this time she's not the culprit, but it's someone else.
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Yes, but there's another person who know about this detail. Someone who have spent in the library, very much time. Actually, hold on, there is one person who could have copied the Jones and Jack cases. Yep, and the person is this face.
Here's my answer. Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Nothing to say, jackass?
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Then, the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all. Oh, I'm on fire!
Really? Even after he literally said who you are, you still love him? Really unbelievable, Jill slash Toko.
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me.
Well, of course, you insisted on this thing, so of course.
Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
In the locker rooms, they're suspicious. We're suspicious indeed. Don't you agree? Huh? Suspicious? It seems somebody searched the locker room. Let's start with the girls' locker room.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Yes, but of course we didn't know who the victim was. So you couldn't know if the victim was a girl or a boy.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
There was a clear contradiction in what Byakuya just said. I needed to make it clear to everyone. Elements has been added to no stop debate. Interest? Yep. Next we're going to add something called a true flashback. If you admit a weak spot, tap and hold. Then you'll memorize the weak spot. This memorized phrase could only be shot once as a single true bullet. If you shot or change the true bullet, it will disappear from your true closure. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. If you don't seem to have the answer to a lie or contradiction, it may be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use that to make your case. When is the best time to flashbacks? Well, you just have to use your keen wrist. In this case, though, you will say that if you don't use the flashback, you'll fail. Well then, good luck and have fun!
So, you said Byakuya was acting kinda weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
You pervert. Hearing Birka comments about Chihiro being a girl, I realized that there's a clear contradiction there. Yep, and I already know what it is. It doesn't make sense how he could have known before we even found it. Okay, I need to make that contradiction clear.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girl, that's unnatural.
The victim was Chihiro.
Nope.
No, it's wrong. I'll tell you what's so strange about that. Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
What's with Birka's attitude? It's like he doesn't even care. Regarding corrector concern, but he's acting like he has nothing to do with it to him.
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
Don't cover me, Jackie, please.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
The difference between these cases and the other Genocide Jack murders. The evidence that proves Byakuya is responsible is hiding here and there. What could it be?
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life. Obviously, somebody else must have had it hidden away somewhere.
Are you sure about that? The proof that Byakuya did it sided with the rope. Because it's possible, but first... The item she had been bundled with used a light rope. Or was it actually a rope? No, it wasn't. Byakuya doesn't need this rope. Use a very specific object.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain when I
Yeah,
want
and
to
that
kill?
object is something that we know very well.
And there must be some...
Hey, Byakuya.
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
So what more to say?
Obviously, somebody else must have had it hidden away somewhere.
Alright, let's try again.
What? The difference between the... You want me to explain when I want to kill? And I use those same... But Chihiro, it was some kind...
That's right!
Then there must be some...
Hey, Byakuya.
I'd never seen...
No, it's wrong. Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because, you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord,
What? An extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
I wish that all you said was true, Byakuya, because you deserve to die. Alright, this sound a bit evil, but I don't really like this character, so you have to understand me. But anyway, yeah, I wish it was all true, but unfortunately it's not. He's doing it again. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned. As if he's not even involved. Wait, not even involved?
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Huh? Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Wait, but what's that just now? Something's not right. Chihyo's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room. What does this mean? Can I really just accept that what Byakuya said as the truth? No, I don't think so. There's definitely something off about what he said. You know the crime, of course.
I got it! You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?